Hi everyone, welcome to part one of the band collection. Today's focus is going to be on lower body strengthening exercises. So we're going to go through a few different exercises and I'll give you some tips and tricks along the way. All right, for our first exercise, we're going to be doing hip abductions. So you want to put the band so it's up above your knees. You want it above your knees, you don't want it right on your knees because that could lead to an injury. So you're going to lay down. And you want to press your knees out into the band and then nice and controlled back in. You don't want the band to snap your knees together like this, so think nice controlled press out, nice controlled press in. And you should start to feel those outer hip muscles working. To give a little variety, you can stabilize one side and press your leg out on the other side. So you have one leg stabilizing and one leg activating to push out. All right, next we're going to do some hip extension and abduction taps. So you want to put the band around your lower legs this time. If you want it to be a little bit easier, you can move it up above your knees. Again, just avoid putting it right on the knee joint. So once you're standing, you want to get in a nice little functional athletic stance, kind of like a mini squat. And all you're going to do is tap your leg out to the side. And they're just small taps. You're not trying to tap as big as you can. And you want to do about 10 on each side. You can go through a couple rounds. And then to do your hip extension taps, you're going to tap backwards. So this will really fire up those outer hip muscles and those gluteal muscles. And again, about 2 sets of 10 on each side. Okay, and for our next exercise, we're going to do some resisted squats. So for this, I prefer to have the band above my knees. You could have it below if that was more comfortable for you. The main thing you want to think about with this is that you don't want the band to pull your knees in like this, because that would cause a lot of stress on the knees, and we don't want to have a knee injury. So when you squat, you want to squat down, think you're pressing those knees out so there's some tension in the band. Stand back up. So we'll squat down, stand back up, and I'll just show you a side view. So you want to make sure that you have your weight more in your heels and you're shifting your hips back and then standing back up. All right, now we're going to be a little bit more dynamic. We're going to do some resisted side stepping. So again, the band can be at the ankles or above the knees. You're going to find that nice functional athletic stance and you're just going to walk sideways. The key with this exercise is you don't want to step your feet together because the band will fall down just like this. So you want to keep your feet about shoulder width apart. And again, just stepping sideways, not taking huge steps, but feeling those outer hip muscles fire up.